world.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bashem Rakakwadash. Much mercy to the election out there. All you brothers out there that recognize who you are and that you're of the Lord in this time. It's a beautiful thing to see you brothers teaching. You know, the scriptures say that we all speak the same thing. And that is what the Spirit is speaking in these last days. The Spirit is speaking expressly. So, like, one thing I want to say, too, I saw the brothers, they did a sit-down last night. I watched some of it. One thing we got to understand about the new covenant, too, is it's something that is, like, it is unseen, it is hidden, like, the laws in the high holy days, they're hidden within us because we're one with Yahawashi. The new covenant is about celebrating Yahawashi every day, just being in the spirit. Now, that don't mean you have to do a video every day. You know, that don't mean that. Us brothers, we just love to do the videos on Yahawashi and the new covenant. I mean, we just love to do it, you know. But it's just staying in the spirit. Every day is a high holy day unto Yahawashi, showing how much you love him and how much you have love for your brother. The Lord did say this, though. I will bring this out too in John, because the faster that, the more we could feed the sheep, the more we can get out of here, the more understand Yahawashi, the more we can get out of here. So one of the ways that you show you love the Lord is you feed the Lord's sheep. And not just with anything like these camps and these groups. They're like right now, guys are just teaching anything, and they're teaching everything except Yahawashi like that. Yahawashi right now is the most expedient topic. Yahawashi in the election, not the shit of the world, bro. Not Esau, what he's doing, none of this shit here. The most important thing is Yahawashi in the election, getting a concrete understanding of the Lord from a sincere place. That's where the Spirit comes from, out of love. And that's one thing these groups, they don't have, man. They don't have any love because they don't have Yahawashi. You do 30 years of teaching, and a lot of you guys have fucking lost your way. You think this thing is all about Esau now. But that's why the new covenant is being taught, because Yahawashi, the volume of the book, if it's written of the Lord, that means that the book is mainly about the Lord. You see what I'm saying? So this is what the apostles in Acts, they were teaching. They were teaching Yahawashi. This is John 21. And 15, it says, so when they had dined, Yahawashi said unto Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest I love thee. He said unto him, feed my lambs. You see that? And he said unto him a second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. And he said unto him, feed my sheep. So this is twice he told Peter. Now you got to understand that Peter was his right-hand man. And he told Peter that he gave him the keys to the kingdom. Peter represents the elect in these days. So Yahawashi is talking to you brothers, man, as well as me. I look at the Lord talking to me, man, in the scriptures, you know. Just like if I was just right there with the Lord, that's how I look at it, man. You brothers should look at it too, that the Lord is speaking to us. And we have to abide by the spirit of the new covenant. The spirit of the new covenant is just following what the Lord was doing, moving how the Lord was doing it in love. because we love to do certain things. Love is where the root of the spiritual power comes from. Now, if you don't have that love, then you're not of the Lord. You have to be doing this out of love. See, by you having love, because these groups and these apostles and shit, they don't like the new covenant of Yahawashi. They don't like the idea of the new covenant being taught. Because a lot of these guys, they have stony hearts and they don't have any love. They've used this truth to gain the world and shit, and popularity, and just, being honored and shit. That's what they've used this truth for. But now at the last, because the Lord said, I sent forth the apostles last. Not fucking 30 years. You see. Because the thing is, these guys may have taught a lot of things. But what you have to understand is, when you start adding and taking away and lie about the Lord's covenant, guys are lying. The new covenant started in 33 AD. So whatever the fuck these guys think they're waiting on, they will never fucking get it. You see? 1 Corinthians 4:9, for I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were, appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and unto men. Right? So the people think we're foolish for teaching Yahawashi, and that's what they thought about the apostles. They thought they were foolish for speaking Yahawashi. Let me read this real quick. So guys think it's foolish that we're teaching the new covenant because they're not of the Lord and they don't have that love for the Lord like that. Because they think that teaching shit of the world all the time, they think that's more important than Yahawashi. That's what these elders actually think. You see, because they're not in the covenant with the Lord. Remember that. Remember, they're not in the covenant. They're waiting on new bodies. And so by the Lord dying, and the new covenant started in 33 AD, that means that these guys, they're not following Yahawashi. They like I say, that's a false doctrine, because Yahawashi, the covenant was finished. Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18, for preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, right? Guys are dying with this world. So, like, a lot of guys don't even believe in Yahawashi. You see, they don't even believe in the new covenant. They don't believe in what we're doing. So guys think it's foolishness. But unto them which are saved, it is the power of the Most High. You see that? So the election have obtained it. For the ones that believed, this is powerful. Not everybody's going to believe, because not everybody has their love in their heart. At this time right now, if you have love in your heart, basically, and you're teaching this out of a sincere place, that is where spiritual power springs from. Now, if you don't have no love and you're just doing this to be seen, and you're doing this because, guys, you get a social media following and you get numbers and shit, then that's not of the Lord. And a lot of these guys that's teaching in these groups, the only thing they're doing this for is for views, clout, money. Nobody's doing it for love. That's why the Lord said when he come back, will he find faith on the planet? Because the majority of everybody teaching this, over 95% of guys teaching, pretty much, they're going to be teaching the scriptures for the world. They're going to be teaching it not out of love. They're going to be teaching it through envy and strife, out of hate, or just for something to gain something out of it. That's why it's foolishness unto these guys, because they look at it getting paid or a paycheck. We look at it as defending Yahawashi, having love for Yahawashi like he had for us. But guys don't look at it like that because they're of the world. So 1 Corinthians 1:18, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High. You see that? For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? You see? Everything is foolishness of this world. Now, Yahawashi is not of this world. So the first two laws is what? Love. So check this out. Love is not of this world. Love is something strange at about this time. You see? Now I say, for after in wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. You see that? So it pleased us to teach Yahawashi in a sincere mind, in a mind where we have love for our brother. That's why, going back to John 21, Yahawashi was telling Peter to feed his sheep. John 21. So it pleases the Lord to teach Yahawashi in a loving mind. You know, like you teach the word like you care that brothers understand certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, like, yeah, we rebuke, but when you go back to Jeremiah, it's just like if you was treading the ground, you have to break up guys' fellow ground. And by rebuking, it would shake things up. It would break up the ground. Just like in guys' mind, we have to break up that ground in their mind, you know, get their attention, and then get the seed of Yahawashi to go in there. Because only thing we want brothers to do, we want brothers to teach Yahawashi, so men can understand Yahawashi in these times. That's all it's about. Because the more understand Yahawashi, then they can understand themselves. That Yahawashi, he confessed that he was son of the power. So in these times, we have to recognize that we're teaching his word out of a loving heart, so we can confess that we are the power. Like we've confessed we are of the power. And that's what brothers have to do. You have to confess that you're of the Lord. These guys, they don't want you to do that because they don't have love in their heart, so they can't confess that they're really of the Lord like that. It's heavy. John 21:17, and he that saith unto him a third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, knoweth all things. Thou knowest I love thee. Yahawashi said unto him, feed my sheep. So it is all about feeding the Lord's sheep in these days. You see? It's all about feeding the Lord's sheep. And so when we rebuke and when we bring out certain things, it's to break up that fallow ground so we could sow seeds in the mind, really just the seeds of Yahawashi, and it works. Jeremiah 4:3, for thus says the Lord to the men of Judah and Jerusalem, break up your fellow ground and sow not among thorns. You see that? So that's what we do when we teach and we have to bring out certain things. We're breaking up the fellow grounds in your mind. Verse 4 says, circumcise yourself to the Lord and take away the foreskins of your heart. You see? Going back to Romans 2, circumcised of the heart. Guys are not circumcised of the heart because they haven't let the flesh go. They're still teaching this for the flesh, for the money, for the clout, for the fame. Once you're not teaching this truth for the world, the money, clout, or the fame, and you're teaching this out of love, that's when you have spiritual power. It's just that simple. But you have to have a heart to do that. If you don't have the heart to teach the Lord in a sincere way, and you're teaching it in a corrupt way, then whatever you're teaching is corrupt. That's why guys are not in the covenant with Yahawashi in this body, because they don't have love for Yahawashi or their self. Guys don't even love themselves teaching the Bible. Don't even, let alone their brother. So damn sure they don't love the Lord. Jeremiah 4:4, circumcise yourself to the Lord and take away the foreskins of your heart, ye men of Judah, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, lest my fury come forth like fire and burn, that none can quench it because of the evils of your doings. You see that? So that's what's happening too. Because a lot of guys are not repenting, the sword of the Lord's mouth is on their ass. And that's why Romans tell you too, real quick, they like to use Romans 13. Esau's going to use Romans 13. Esau's going to use Romans 13. You guys, man, you guys are, man, bro. Romans 13 is for the election in Yahawashi. The higher powers is the Lord, his son. Romans 13:1, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High, and the powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Right, and that's why the Lord calls us powers too. That's why the Lord told him in John, what was that, 6, that ye are gods. Matter of fact, let's come back to this real quick. John chapter 6. Yeah, it's heavy because the Lord called us powers. So that's why you have to recognize that you're of the Lord, that you are power. John 10:34, and Yahawashi answered them, is it not written in your law, I said ye are gods? If he called them gods unto whom the word of the Most High came, and the scriptures cannot be broken. And that word gods, we know it goes into power, but let's look at that word gods real quick. Right, so you have to recognize that you're of the power, and the powers that are ordained, they're of the Lord. These guys try to use everything for Esau, but once you understand that everything is about us and our people first, then you could get these scriptures. But first you got to have a heart though. So like guys teaching the scriptures without a heart, that's why they glorify Esau so fucking much, because they have the same mind frame as Esau. You see? And yeah, these camps, man, they're through. These camps ain't the place to be because the Lord ain't there. Ain't nothing in these camps but stony hearted, faithless guys that are waiting on new bodies. Remember, the new covenant started in 33 AD. Now that word gods in John 10:34.
Strong's G 2316. Theos.
Right, theos. It says God, or God is a general name of deities, divinities, the Godhead. It says the God the Father, first person. It says the anointed, the second person, the Holy Spirit, the third person in the Trinity. The spoken of the only true power refers to things of God, his counsels, interests, things due to him. Whenever can it in any respect be likened unto God or resemble him in any way? God's representative, vice regent, magistrates, judges. So it says exceeding Godward. You see? So we are in the flesh. We are gods in the flesh with the Holy Spirit, with the counsels of the Lord. His interests, his counsels, things that's due to the Lord. And that's all you're supposed to be speaking of. Things that the Lord, like how the apostles were teaching in Acts, man. The only thing they were teaching was Yahawashi. So going back to Romans 13, which don't have shit to do with Esau, bro. Romans 13 is all about the powers and the election in Yahawashi, which everything, all the power was given unto Yahawashi from his father. That's what he told him in what was that? Matthew 28 said, all things is given unto me from my father. Romans 13:1. See, they don't want guys to be under subjection of Yahawashi in this body like that. You see that, man? It is heavy. You see, but all that false doctrine, that shit is being chopped down. Romans 13:1, it says, let every soul be subject to the higher powers, which are the Most High and Yahawashi. For there is no power but of the Most High, and the powers that be ordained of God. So we are ordained of the Most High. Whatsoever, therefore, he says, whosoever for resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive themselves damnation. Now, that's why we warn brothers and tell them, hey, man, don't teach the virgin birth, because you're resisting the ordinance of the Most High. And that's why the Lord said you have to love me and you have to love your brother that you see, because us certain brothers, we're going to be of the Lord. And it is nothing wrong with knowing that you're sent of the Lord, that you're of the Lord. There's nothing wrong with knowing that. That's what more brothers got to know and recognize, that they're of the Lord, that they're of power, that we're ordained of God. You see? It says, for the rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise the same. So, right, if you don't do what's good, you're going to bring damnation in yourself. And certain brothers are set up to be those judges, to be those true men, to teach certain things, to help strengthen the whole house of David under Yahawashi. Like the brothers say, Yahawashi is over David. And the powers that's ordained is ordained of Yahawashi and the Most High. You see, that's why the Lord is, the atonement is for the election in this time. That's why if you're not teaching the Lord like that, and you're in these groups, man, you're not of the Lord. And you say you're waiting on a new body, you're waiting on a new covenant. We're not in a new covenant yet. The new covenant started in 33 AD. For you jackasses teaching this false doctrine with no power, just deceit. That's how guys are teaching. They're teaching all these things in deceit, with guile in their fucking heart. Like their elders taught them to use guile. Deceptive. The Lord never told you to use guile. Where's the scripture in there that the Lord said use guile? Romans 13:4. For he is the minister of the Most High to thee for good. But if thou do which is evil, be afraid. You see that? For he beareth not the sword in vain. So in these days, we have to use the sword of the Spirit to bring down false doctrine and rebuke. This is what have to be done. The Lord said, let me read this again. For he is a minister of the Most High to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. You see that? So the Lord have men set up in these days to execute judgment in these times, to bring that sword, to chop down all these false doctrines that goes along with the axe chopping down these trees that's not right. And this is what has to be done. And this has to be done for this sealing of the elect, so the elect can understand that they're of power, so they can believe in their hearts, so we could be converted, so brothers can be converted and be healed. And understand that the new covenant is something more. It's not something like you have to be seen of the new covenant, or you see the multitude. A lot of the multitude, you're not going to see the elect like that. What you got to understand is the elect will be sealed through the Spirit without anybody even knowing. It's something when it clicks in your mind. So it necessarily don't have nothing to do with you seeing the numbers and shit like that. It's about the elect being sealed in their mind through you pushing the word. And with that, shalom.